My name is Roland Morn, and you're actually in my game room. And I want to talk about something, and I'm not going to hopefully feel weird to you, but we all talk about artists. I'm not getting anything to paint. It's dry or it's stale. I'm not getting anything. And then we talk about times when we're getting everything. You're painting 1, 2, 3, 40 paintings in a row. I've been on a stretch, and I've done 45 paintings in 3, 4, 5 months, and then I'm done, and I can't get a thing. And I'm talking about in a abstract type design. And I'll be honest with you, it frustrates me. Now, I've been painting, I'm 70 years old. I've been painting probably for the last 50, 55 years, and it's seasons. All I can say is it's seasons, and you got to endure. The dry seasons are terrible. But when you get into the season of creativity, it seems like everything you look at is a painting. You go outside, you see a tree, it's a painting. You go in the city, you see skyscrapers, it's a painting. It's just so easy. And, I'll put sketch pads next to my bed at night, and you get stuff at night, and you just either illustrate them a little bit or write down in words what you're trying to achieve. And, in the middle of the day, you might be watching TV and someone's talking, and because they said something, you get a idea for a painting. So this is what we artists have to deal with, okay? So if we look kind of strange sometimes, we're right there like in a zone, tapping in. That's what we're doing. We're trying to tap into stuff. And you hear the same thing when you hear, like the Rolling Stones or the Beatles, how they got words and the lyrics and the melodies and everything for a song. And they did it sometimes 15, 20 minutes. And then sometimes they say they work on something for 6 months, and it still isn't right yet. So, and I want to talk about that. And I got some notes, and I'm going to look down periodically. And I want to do a philosophical, some kind of, I'm not going to go deep in the weeds, but it might sound weird, but it's not. I mean, real artists will identify with this. Brushes, palette knives, palettes, easels, they are just tools, okay? Don't depend on the palette knife or the brush or your pencil to create anything, okay? Because it comes from you within to paint. And you're just using these tools. Some people use spray paints, some people use combs, but all these are all tools, and they're all good tools. There's nothing wrong with these tools. But if you really want to put out a creative piece, you got to tap into that energy. And I'm going to call it creative energy. And you have your own energy. So what you got to do is put away your energy and try to tap into that, energy that is got the creative forces behind it. Whether you're a musician or, in this case, a painting. Let the painting go where it wants to go, okay? After you train yourself, and it's going to take some training. You don't get this in the beginning as an artist. You're under maybe a teacher's care, and you're learning the basics. How to use a brush, how to load up an easel with the canvas, and how to load up a palette tray with colors and color theory and all that kind of stuff you learn. And when you get out of college, it doesn't make you an artist. Okay, just you learn some fundamentals. Now you want to put them into practice. So the first thing is to do is collect imagery. Collect that creative force and tap into it and begin to paint. And again, use the canvas as a tool and your pencil and a tool to sketch and see where it goes. I can say without a doubt, I have done many paintings where I would take a pencil and I would start just drawing stuff, and it almost is like it takes over my hand, and it just creates it all by itself. It's just so smooth. I mean, everything's in balance, and then you put your color selections in it, and then you go right through it. I mean, it's like, man, this is really simple. And when you get done, you know when to finish, and when it gets done, you look back and say, man, this is awesome. Well, you tapped into that. Okay. You may not know that, but you tapped into that. And then there are periods where I got to force myself. And it's a force. And I'll sketch it and I say, oh, that's not right. And I'll start all over again. And I've even painted a whole painting. Get back, look at it. No way I'm going to accept that. So I take all the paint back off and start over again. And that's not a problem, okay? Get used to doing that. It's just a learning process, and it's okay to reuse a painting for something that didn't work out. There'll be times when you'll paint a painting at night, and then you get up the next morning, you finish it that night, you get up the next morning and say, I don't like it. So, what are you going to do to fix it? So you sit there in a chair and you look at the painting and you say, I'm going to change that purple to white, or I'm going to change the red to orange. And you make those adjustments. And then a month might go by, okay? You'll look at the painting again and you'll say, I don't like it. I just don't like it. Put it in your portfolio and forget about it, because it might be a year later, and I've done this many, many times. A year later, 2 years, you kind of looking through your portfolio of paintings and you pull that one off the rack and you say, man, I really like this. And it's the same thing with music. You'll hear a song and you'll go ape crap over the damn song, and then you'll listen to it. It's really, really good. And then maybe you've listened to it too much 2 or 3 days later, you put it on again, it doesn't do a whole lot for you. But by the same token, you might hear a song that's, it's ordinary, it's okay. And by the time a week goes back, you just can't listen to anything else. I know that doesn't happen to you, or does it? But anyway, that's the way painting is. That's the way creative energy is. When you get into that creative process, it's so hard to nail it down, but you got to nail it down. You got to, in training, tougher, years and years of experience, it gets easier. I mean, you think Pablo Picasso had that? Absolutely. You think Van Gogh had that? Absolutely. Do you think Peter Max got that? Absolutely. So they all had to go through the process, and they all do. Look at Paul McCartney. How many songs did he write? Quickly too. Not just he didn't struggle over these songs for the most part. He painted and also sang songs. I mean, if you saw his painting library, he's got hundreds and hundreds of paintings. He learned and knew how to tap into that creative energy, both with music and both with art. So what you got to do, in my opinion, you got to surrender the energy that you have naturally into the creative energy, and take in that creative energy in order to do what you want as an artist, and that's what's going to produce the art. Energy is alive. The creative part's alive. You breathe every day mechanically. Your brain, the control center of your being, snapshots it sometimes. And it shows it to you in your mind's eye like a monitor or a conduit. And you got to capture it. Somehow you got to capture it in a simple form or a complex form. Sketch it. Say what it is in words, so you will not lose that thing. So tapping into the creative energy is the best way to go as the main source to create paintings. No one's going to be able to explain it. I can't give you enough words to explain this phenomenon, but it's just what it is. Painters have been painting for thousands of years. And, there was a time when they didn't have, the internet to see photos, and they didn't have TV set to see photos. They lived in little towns, so they had to create. It's only one way they had to create is what they see in their mind's eye. Again, let the painting go where it wants to go. Don't force it. Just don't force it. Walk away from it and tap in to the creative energy as you're painting it. and question that creative energy. Is this where you want me to be? And they might change colors on you. They might change composition on you throughout the process of painting. And that's just the way it goes. That's all you can say about it. So anyway, I wanted to conclude. Okay, I wanted to conclude that the image that you get originally tapping in to the creative energy, it could be a piece of the puzzle. In most cases, that's what it is. Now, do you get the whole puzzle at one time, the whole image at one time? Absolutely. You can get it in a full image at one time, and that's a good thing. Sometimes it may take a couple days to really get with it and get that image together, and then you begin that process allowing the painting to be alive, okay? The painting, the creative energy to be alive, and then you just start producing. Don't care where it goes. It doesn't matter where it goes. Okay, you're moving in that realm, and when it's all said and done, you can evaluate that. I mean, you're got an artist's eye. You can figure out everything out, and if it doesn't look like the way you want, make some modifications to it. You know, when you're working with, especially oil paints, you're able to make modifications because oils dry slower than acrylics, so you're able to make the corrections. And every painting, hey, listen. If I paint 10 paintings and one of them I hit a home run, I'm happy. You're not going to like every one of your paintings, nor will your customers like every one of your paintings, but they might find the 1 out of 10 that they really like and it speaks to them. And we all hear the old scenario, art is subjective. That's why I see people sitting on benches in front of paintings for hours, okay, looking for something. They're all over the canvas. Well, if I believe if you really tap into the creative energy, and I'm not going to get crazy with it's a universe and all that nonsense, okay? But whatever you want to call it, that painting is there, and it means something. It means, and it's going to create for the viewer the excitement to look into it further. So anyway, I got more to say about it, and maybe I'll say about that topic of creativity energy versus regular energy, surrendering to creative energy, and allowing that to take over what you're trying to compose. With that, appreciate you listening. Smash the like button if you like. Leave a comment if you like. Whatever makes you happy. So with that, I'm gonna conclude this particular video, and I'll see you on the next video, and I'll say whoosh.